2-minute drill. I watch vids and then react to them within 2 minutes. Put a like on the vid.
Day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth. I'm 6'4", well over 100K a year, and I'm black. Single moms, recreational use only. Recreational use only.
Not a single mom of two.
That's why he talked the way he talked.
Shout out Benny Ray for the investigative journalism.
As a single mother, do you believe you deserve a man in the top percentile?
Now I know what you're thinking. You're the single mom guy. Check me out. I never once told you not to date a single mom. I never said any of that, but this nigga.
Recreational use only.
So you got with a single mom of two, gave her a baby, and she's pregnant again. Not to mention,
since we got a little mixed baby here, we're gonna see which Santa he chooses. We got a black Santa.
And I have the white one.
Cringy interracial couple content.
Recreational use only.
Seems to me as though
you're doing more than recreational use with her, buddy.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
See, I'm going to keep it a bean with you. This is why I got a video about this, and this is why I say this. Y'all got to stop following these gurus. I really don't care whether they fake or not. Most of these dudes are not people that you should be following. You should take information and take certain shit with a grain of salt and make your own assessments. That's what you should do. You should never really let these dudes live, because I'm gonna give you a few things real quick. So the first thing I'm gonna say, let's just go through this manosphere shit, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been watching this shit since I was a kid type shit, since before I was even out of school. Like, and I'm an old dude, so I done caught waves y'all not even aware of. And even outside of that, I have other activities and other, lanes that I venture into as far as the things that I do. And what I've learned over the years is you really can't base what you do off of what somebody else is doing or off of what somebody else is saying, because a lot of these people are frauds. Over the years, a lot of people have been exposed within the manosphere alone. You could look at Donovan Sharp with his girl and him doing the same thing that this dude is doing, basically. And there are even people who haven't been exposed that I think are fraudulent and phony. And at the end of the day, they want your brain and they want your wallet. That's it. So let's just get that out the way. The second thing, as far as influence, as far as this type of shit, I look at Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Y'all don't understand that they have influenced a lot of kids with the bitches ain't shit music and lame. When I found out they were happily married through most of their career, especially Snoop with all the pimping and bitches ain't shit stuff, it blew my mind, because it's like you guys are complete frauds, and they're actual people, actual kids who grew up into men who bought into what you were saying and actually followed it.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option, and neither should you. First of all, I'm not a dog that needs to be walked. Second, I have an espresso machine at home, works fabulous. We're not doing drinks either. You're gonna try to get me drunk and take me back home. No. We are doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up, we're gonna come to the restaurant, we're gonna see your table manners. We're just gonna, study you a bit.
I started the egg freezing process. I did some preliminary tests which showed that my egg count is really low. The doctors did tell me that might affect my fertility. My eggs are high quality, but there's just not a lot of them. It's just so sad.
And this is where being a boss bitch gets you crying on camera about scrambled eggs. Now listen, this does not bring me joy. I am sad for her. Very sympathetic, but this is the thing. A lot of these women have high, unrealistic standards, but on top of that, they have a lot of arrogance. Like the video that she did above is very arrogant. On top of that, women as individuals overestimate their value, a lot of them. This would happen to be one of those cases. Being that they are getting so much attention and so many guys want them, as far as individual women and things like that, they get this inflation of their ego and they just think everything revolves around them, and it's just, oh, these guys are competing for me. None of that matters, because there is a guy that you want you want a superior man. You want the best man that you can get. But that man is pretty elusive. And when you have all these ridiculous standards, you know, it keeps you from getting that man. Because with the guy that you want, you don't make the rules. That's just what it is. And what your arrogance stops you from doing is seeing how you could provide that type of guy, that superior man that you want, value. That's why chicks really get frustrated and hate the what do you bring to the table question, because innately they don't think about that. They don't factor that in. Their minds don't work to think, how can I bring this guy that I truly admire value? How can I win this guy over? They don't think that. They think they're the prize and that you should have to jump through hoops.
Are trans women women?
Yes,
Why are they women?
because they want to be. I think that people can do whatever they want to be. People can be whatever they want to be.
Does that make it true though?
I think in the terms of being trans, yes, it does.
If trans women are women, then what is a woman?
I think a woman is someone who feels like a woman.
What does a woman feel like?
Well, I don't think you would know. I know
you
that
know
I
what?
feel like a woman.
Because you are a woman.
Yes, exactly. You wouldn't know what it feels like to be a woman.
But how would a trans woman know what it feels like to be a woman?
Because they wouldn't feel like you, they would feel like me. You can't understand the difference unless you
But
are.
how would a biological man that identifies as a woman know that they are a woman?
Because they would feel like a woman.
What does feeling like a woman feel like?
They would feel like they're in the wrong body. They wouldn't feel like they wouldn't feel correct in who they are.
But if they feel like they're in the wrong body, does that mean that they are a woman?
If they feel like they would be better suited to a female body, then yes.
It's literally like talking to a fucking kid, man. It's crazy. I'm gonna just come out plain and simple. This is what happens when you give women too much power and influence. This is just me being honest. This is just me being real. I don't care how it sounds. Now, we as a society, and there are even women who don't agree with this. There are women who look at this shit and it's like, they're like, this is stupid. But there are enough, because I'm going to tell you some real shit. I always say this. When it comes to all this lettuce, bacon, guacamole, tomato gang stuff, like when it comes to that, it wouldn't have made it as far as it did without the support of heterosexual women. They are the primary supporters of all this madness. And the thing about it is, men are weak. Just got to be honest. When it comes to men dealing with women, men are weak. So most men, even myself included, to some extent, bend and fold to not upset women when it comes to like, oh man, you saying the F-bomb and stuff. Oh, you could, bruh, like, oh, you're fat shaming, all that stuff. So I would only use it in reference to heterosexual guys. But when it came to women getting on me, that made me stop saying the F-bomb. But then when you look at society, it's that same principle carries over. And then some guys are like, man, my girl believes in this stuff, so I'm going to be pro-trans and all that stuff. And then you're arguing with you're not even arguing with women no more. You're arguing with heterosexual men about this stuff. And that's how this stuff gets legs.
I'm a personal trainer and I also own a moving company.
Moving company, okay.
I didn't pop my balloon because I kind of wanted to know more about you too. So you mentioned something about like building together or growing together. I don't know if that means you wanted to go 50-50 or...
If you want to work, you can work.
Okay.
You know, I want to take care of home. That's just how I was raised.
How much do you make a year?
75 to 95, depending.
I'm just gonna pop my balloon because I just feel like that's not enough for me. But I feel like everything else was good.
So 75 to 95,000 a year is not good enough.
It's just I was looking for something different.
Okay, what were you looking for as far as income wise?
I thought it was gonna be like 100,000 and more because he owns his own company, right?
I've been owning my own business for about 3 years. It's been 110, then it's been 95, and it's also been 75. So, you know, it fluctuates.
All right, thank you.
All right, okay. All right, let's come back.
Damn it, he was just 5,000 short of getting her. Oh my goodness, he missed out. Oh man, how is he gonna continue? Oh my goodness. See, when you look at that clip earlier, the chick crying about the eggs, this is the exact shit I was talking about. What man wants to settle down with a woman that clearly only wants him for his money, or the money is a primary factor? Like, who wants that? Again, they don't care about what we, and even then, if you are a guy with that type of money, like you make 125, 150,000 or whatever, you know when chicks want you for your money. And even then, I'm talking even guys who make outside of that. If you make 300,000, if you're a doctor, if you got a doctorate degree, if you own 4 businesses or the businesses is thriving, or even if you're fucking like some type of celebrity or entertainer or whatever, if people know you get a lot of money, you know when chicks is getting at you for that bread. And another thing, black women are the main ones who are overt about all this money shit when it comes to dating. They're not covert. They will ask you questions that they shouldn't be asking. And they have, like, all these 50-50 conversations all over the internet and stuff like that. That's them. But I'll be honest, and I'm going to just be real. Like, I don't see happiness in her future. I just don't. Her unrealistic standards are going to keep her from locking in with the guy. That's it for today, man. That's all I got for you, man. Be sure to check in tomorrow. I drop vids every day, man. If you're new here, subscribe. I'll catch y'all, man.